Hello and welcome to issue number 159 of Headline Heroes, a comedy podcast where we take today's headlines, create a comic book origin story. My name is Drew Mick.
I'm Nathan Haynes.
I'm Tanner Ackerman.
And I'm Carl Sorensen.
Whoa.
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 I don't think we've had the whole team together at once, have we?
Why is it back in town? Yeah, I can remember this.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the first? No, we've had 4 people on before because I think Keith was a 4th person one time.
But I mean all 4 of us.
But all 4 of us, the boys. We've got Paul McCartney, the drummer,
Etc.
The other ones.
And the rest.
Leningrad, and the rest.
This is Drew and the Three Amigos.
Scary Spice. Posh Spice.
Yeah.
Ginger Spice. The other one.
Paprika. No, but welcome, Carl.
Thank you.
It's been too long. It's been you're such a part of the show, and we really wanted to have you on again. So thanks for joining us.
Even when I'm not here speaking into the ears of your listeners, I'm always here.
Are you gonna be able to do the post-production with your own voice in here? Is that hard for you?
No, I'm just going to cut my entire audio out.
Oh,
That'll be easy, I guess.
Yeah.
probably just ignore you all.
It'll be like what's that called? Where it's the Garfields, but Garfield isn't in it.
Garfield without Garfield.
Garfield minus Garfield.
Is that what it's called?
I believe it is
Garfield,
Garfield
no
minus
Garfield.
Garfield.
Yeah, so it'll be like us like referencing a cat that's not actually there.
Drew, before we get started, I did want to ask you about one thing, and you almost talked about it in our Headline Heroes Facebook our Facebook Messenger chat, but I stopped you. I told you to shut up because you sent the message that I wanted you to explain on the podcast, and it should be noted that there are claps between every word. So chipmunks almost got into my house, and I guess I just need to know what.
I mean, it's just pretty much that. The chipmunks almost got at my house, you know?
Well, how did they almost get in your house?
Okay,
Was it sort of
it
like
was
a sneaky
almost-
little animated series where they sneak in, like, and they pull a really clever ruse on you that makes you go
And
out
I accidentally
into your
adopt
garden?
them, and I give them cute little sweaters. No, I was sitting out on my patio with my fiance. We were sitting there, and Lexi, when she came out, left the door open. And, like, we had the house open all day because it was a very cool day. We had the air off. It was very nice. And she left the door open. I looked at it. I was like, oh, that's fine. We don't have the house open at all. Or we don't have the air on at all. So this will work. And then I looked over, and we have a bird feeder next to our back door. And we don't get birds so much as one fat squirrel and 2 chipmunks feeding them. And I hate the squirrel. I've greased the pole so the squirrel can't get on there. But the chipmunks still find a way. And at one point they started like fighting each other, and they started chasing each other, and they got right up next to the door frame, and then both veered off. So they almost went in there.
That could have been.
I jumped up and was like, oh, no. And like immediately ran over and shut the door.
So it wasn't quite like they had the door partially open and you caught them in the act.
No, it wasn't like they weren't like sneaking and I shined the flashlight on them and they stopped. No, it was just they almost happened to run into my house and get in there. It would have been a disaster. Would have been horrible.
Been like that movie with the mouse in the factory place. Mouse Hunt?
I have no idea what you're talking
Mouse hunt with it's not a factory, it's a house. I guess there's a factory at the end.
Yeah, they make cheese.
Yeah, because they used to make yarn, but they transitioned to making string cheese. In modern day solution right there. Yeah, it wasn't, or it was like that. I forget why you brought that up, Tanner.
Couldn't tell you.
Ratatouille? Or are you thinking of Ratatouille?
You ever seen that meme where it's like, what if Linguini's making out with a girl, she starts pulling out his hair, and he goes into the kitchen and makes spaghetti?
No, I've never seen this.
No, I think about it sometimes.
What if, though? What do you think?
Yeah, what? Tanner,
That
I
would be
don't
funny,
get it.
I
Please. Okay. So that's what happened with me. I don't know if you guys had any near misses like that, but that was
There was a spider in my kitchen sink the other night.
Yeah, how'd that go? For those of you who don't know, Tanner is I don't know, a lover of spiders.
Or the opposite of that word.
I knew we had a kinship.
Oh, you not? You don't like them either?
Hell no. Acrophil? No.
Agrophilia.
Acrophobia.
You
I couldn't
love
think of it.
spiders.
Acrophiliac. I just love those things.
No, it was I picked up a bowl to like start rinsing out, and in the bowl under that bowl there was a fucking decent sized spider, and I screamed.
And how did you take care of it?
I drowned it.
Oh, that's the
Attaboy.
reasonable thing to do.
Put it down the garbage disposal.
I had one earlier. It was like up between the wall and the ceiling, like up in that nook, and I was like, hell no. And I like got out it was a risky move, but I whipped it with a towel.
Oh, Jesus.
And if I had missed, it would have like flown off, but I smacked it so hard it just crushed into the wall.
You would not catch me doing something that I don't know is going to be a confirmed kill. Nate, any more wasps?
No more wasps, but there is a spider outside of our house now in the doorway, and Libby apparently likes it, and I don't like it.
That's terrifying.
I don't know how to tell you. I will never visit again.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm not
okay,
coming over.
I want to know. I want you guys both to know that if either of you guys were coming to my home, I would get rid of the spider.
I'm coming over right now.
I would never. Well, not you, Drew. You can come through the garage. You're fine.
I don't enjoy it. I don't particularly enjoy the presence of a spider.
Yeah, that's why you can
Am I
come
just
through the
nothing
garage.
here?
It's like a kind of it's a halfway. But either way, I don't like the spider. But if you guys are coming over, I would get rid of the spider. Because even though Libby likes it.
That means a lot to me.
Or convince her to, like, if she wants it alive, to get it, capture it, and relocate it somewhere off of our property. Won't even allow it on the property for you boys. I just want you to know that.
I do appreciate that. That's quite a bit.
But otherwise, fortunately, no. We've been blessed with no wasps of any kind.
Oh, that's good.
Sweet.
Well, Tanner,
What?
can you ask Nate what we do here? I'm just
Okay,
kind
we're
of
talking.
tired today.
Hey, Nate, Drew wants you to know, what do we do here?
Well, I'll tell Carl that what we do here every week, of course, is we, the three of us, that would be, well, but this week, the four of us, take a strange and bizarre headline sent in by our loyal listeners and Carl Sorensen, who I guess is also a loyal listener. You listen, so I'll call you a loyal listener. You guys send in strange and bizarre headlines, so we pick one of those headlines at random and use it as an origin story for a superhero or supervillain. Does that sound familiar, Carl, to you? Yes?
I've heard it once or twice.
All right. Then Tanner, can you please fill us in on what you guys did last week with Keith and tell us what we're doing this week?
Yes, we made a villain last week by the name of Soundlord. Also, we created Dr. Dre too. That was the other thing. I knew there was
An
something else
original
to it.
creation.
Dr. Dre and Soundlord. Dr. Dre defeats him. So that means we're gonna make a hero this week, of course. And I've already picked an article at random. And that's number 10 for you guys. The headline is Furniture Buyer Finds Cash Hidden in Used Footstool.
And this one comes to us again from Curtis Clutch Erickson. I had a air horn, but I lost it.
Do you want me to add one later? In
You
post?
okay, yeah, do it right now.
Smart.
That was a clap.
That was a clap, but it'll I can look at the waveform and be like,
Yeah, but now you got to
future
keep
self,
the
add one
keep
here.
the clap in though. See, I pulled a trick.
chipmunks in my house.
Oh, this is the wrong article. All right. What are we thinking here? Holy shit, did you see how much money he found?
Yeah.
$70
For a footstool.
in his footstool.
Now, Drew, I think you're being a bit of an obtuse goose and not saying how much he actually found in there.
Well, I mean, how much did any of us actually find? Are you referring to the fact that he's from Michigan? Is that
What about the fact that he's from Michigan?
what you're
Isn't
referring to?
$70 a bit much for a used footstool?
No
I
kidding.
mean, I wish they had provided a picture of this footstool. It must have been damn nice.
Oh, so I'm sorry. He bought the the thing for $70. Okay.
Oh, you really thought that they did a whole
Seriously,
article
okay.
about a dude finding 70
So what
bucks?
you were getting at is that he actually found $43,000 in there. Here's what I thought he did. I thought he bought the footstool, like turned it around and like found $70 like under it, and he's like, "Oh, hey!" And then his daughter-in-law unzipped the cushion and found an additional $43,000. So really, he found $43,000 and $43,070. But no, that's not right.
You thought in the year 2020, in our Lord Jesus Christ, $70 found in a footstool was enough to make
I mean,
headlines.
I'd be pretty jazzed.
Slow news day.
I'd be pretty jazzed if I found
Hello,
$70 in there.
operator, get me the news.
Well, yeah. In your defense, I would be jacked if I found even $10 in
Yeah.
something I bought
yeah,
from
but I
a
wouldn't
thrift
be
store.
calling
Yeah.
NPR. Report this, please.
Some people probably would.
Yeah, you're right. $70 is a lot for a thrift store. Maybe I'm just
Right.
going to the wrong thrift stores. I don't
It
know.
doesn't say thrift store anywhere, though, does it?
Yes.
Does.
Where?
First sentence.
Second
Michigan
sentence.
man recently bought some furniture at a thrift. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 words in. It does say the word thrift, so I clearly didn't read anything.
I think we've talked about before best thrift store find. I feel like that's happened. Carl, have you ever found anything like just awesome at a thrift store or Goodwill or whatever?
You know, I think there was, back when Nate and I were in high school,
What?
there was...
Wait, you guys went to high school together?
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, was I
Carl
not
wasn't supposed to come out like this.
Oh, no. Why is that bad?
Play with us.
Why won't you tell? Why won't
play
you
in
tell?
the
Why won't you
space.
tell me? Why are you ashamed? Oh no, I know why. We won't talk about
Nate
it.
always claimed he didn't know you.
Well, I don't know what to do with that.
So thrift store.
Thrift store. At a thrift store, there was some sort of leading up to homecoming. The week before homecoming, there was those dress up days. Did you guys do that in your high school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
some
did
of
that in
those
my
would
high
not
school.
fly today now.
Sure.
No.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, could you list some of the ones that you did, Tanner, that were maybe really bad that
Yes,
people
please.
wouldn't do nowadays? Like the ones that you specifically did?
Yes. I'm not going to, but I can.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. You
Well, I
always
mean,
get
we
me
did,
with
we
that
did like
technical-
Yeah, I don't know,
we did
maybe.
like dress like an astronaut, except it's an animal. We kind of did that. That was one of the days for Team Spirit.
Yeah. That was the most offensive of them.
Yeah, there was dress like you would if the plane is crashing. So you put
That will-
put the
would
mask
not
on.
fly.
You put it does not fly. No, it's bad.
Did you have injury day?
Injury day. No, was that a thing you did?
Well, it wasn't every year, but I think they would do different theme days every year because I think whoever the senior class was got to decide them. But I believe that was one, at least from one year, yeah.
But anyway, tying that back to the thrift store, there was a thrift store find where it was like a bright pink button-up shirt with, and then we also found like these maroon pants and a maroon suit coat and maroon suspenders, and I used them for a like I don't remember if it's dressed like someone famous day or if it was dressed like a teacher day, but either way, I dressed up like a math teacher who I hadn't even had yet, but worked in that high school, and he basically dressed like it was always the 70s.
And did he find you?
I don't recall, but I was looking pretty fly.
That's good.
Not Macklemore fly, but pretty fly.
I haven't been to a thrift. I have stuff in my trunk. It's been in my trunk for about a year now.
What?
And I keep meaning to go to Goodwill.
I'll swing by. I go
I
by
just-
Goodwill every day.
Yeah, please do. I just need to get rid of it. And I worked by a Goodwill, and I could have gone. I just never did.
What's in your trunk? Do I even want to ask?
Oh, some clothes, some books, an ironing board. It's pretty full
Wait, why would you get rid of an ironing board?
because we have two. We had two.
But then you can iron twice as fast.
I don't think I've ever ironed once since living here.
But I mean, with COVID, where have you been going? You know,
No, I haven't exactly. I haven't
What have
going
you been
anywhere.
waiting
So
for?
that's been my excuse for the last half year. But the first half year, I didn't really have any excuse. Yeah, it's just been in my trunk since I basically moved into this place, and we're coming up on 1 year in about 2 weeks here. So yeah, good stuff. So if anyone I guess I kind of have a thrift store in my trunk. If anyone wants to,
Yeah, I'll stop by.
Yeah,
Just leave it
Drew.
open. I'll be there sometime.
there may or may not be some knives back there. I think. God, I might. Do you remember how my mom gave me that remote control beer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cooler. Like
It was basically a bucket on wheels, and you could put ice and beers in it. And it was dumb, and I immediately it immediately did not work. So bad gift. I mean, it was kind of a jokey joke gift, but it didn't work at
so
all.
I was like, damn, putting your mom on
Yeah,
fucking
jeez.
blast
She
here.
thought I
Sorry,
would
Drew's
keep it
mom.
for like the rest
Fucking
of my
sucked.
life, and I never. No, it was pretty bad. And she also
Bring the
gave
heat
me,
next time, Mom.
She also gave me a thing that you put your glass on, your pint glass, and you press a button, and it like sonically foams your beer.
Ooh,
And it
did it
immediately, of course, didn't work.
No.
It just it didn't work at all. Like if your glass wasn't at all straight up flat on the bottom, or you know how some pint glasses it's thicker at the bottom. That the sonic waves just couldn't get through that. So that's back there, I think, too.
Did you
Well, I
ever
don't
find
know-
money in any thrift store items?
Yeah, how much did you find? it?
Yeah, I found $70, but I had paid $150.
Oh,
So
that's how they get you.
yeah.
You hate to see that.
Nate and I had a friend who would swear that every time you go into a hotel room, you have to check the Bible for $100.
A lot of people. I have heard that from. Many
I feel like I've
places
heard that before
since.
too.
I feel like I too heard that. Where did
Why is
that
that a
come
thing?
from? I mean, they don't
Probably-
have
probably
Bibles in there
people
anymore.
Who
Really.
left the Gideon people were like, yeah. Also, I heard a rumor there's money in those Bibles, so people would actually open them.
They did. The Big Bible does get like a few dollars every time a Bible's open.
It's like those clicks.
Yeah. I don't know. What's so we got to create a hero from this. Does anyone have any sort of idea?
Well, I'm just gonna throw this out there so nobody forgets, like I often do. We did already do the thrift store
We did.
person from a while back, so not even that long ago. Now that I think about it, so we might want to steer away from the thrift store and maybe towards something else.
What if he is a superhero pirate?
Okay, I think we did a villain pirate. So.
Yeah, and I don't think we ever did like a superhero pirate. I think we just did a straight up pirate. Maybe he was a ghost or something.
He was
It was,
unfrozen.
it was
Yeah,
that
it was like
woman
a
who married the
or-
ghost pirate.
I think
Yeah,
there was
You know
that,
what?
and I think there was also one where
Some of that
some
water
pirate
parks.
was like preserved in like pickles,
Oh yeah, we did that too.
and which was absurd back then. But since then, that movie has come out with Seth Rogen. So like, I think we
yeah.
are.
that
I
a
don't know when
movie
the
or a TV
royalties are
show?
coming, but I assume.
I think it's a movie on HBO. Maybe I'm wrong.
So have you guys been running into a lot of snags with running into hero or villain ideas you've done?
Sometimes.
On occasion. I don't know.
It seems to happen more lately, but
You're
I
right.
think
Drew, it's a movie.
sometimes. Yeah, it's a movie. Here it's all right.
so are we keeping the pirate idea, or you want to
It's maybe I only bring that up with the pirate idea because like he's finding buried treasure, and that's maybe
What
his-
if he's a private eye who's very good at finding people's lost things?
okay, but he's a pirate.
Yeah, he also he makes anyone walk the plank if they don't.
He's a
pay him.
pirate eye. No, I like Private Eye. That's good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Is he superpowered or is he just like a sick-looking private eye?
I think we got to get some powers in here
Yeah.
somehow.
I mean, he could be
He-
just like the question.
He can recreate the
Ooh.
crime scene in his brain.
Okay, so he's got like a.
So he's
what's
just
the
really
word?
smart.
Like
No,
photographic.
Nate, you didn't hear me. He can recreate it in his brain.
Yeah, it's the in his brain part that is maybe.
What if he can recreate the crime scene except he can like project it out so everyone can see it?
Oh, like Batman in the Origins game.
Yeah, I mean in every game you can yeah, you can kind of do that in every one. It's kind of overpowered and it's weird. It's like why was there any reason to not use detective vision? I don't know.
Let's dig in on that. Okay, so it all began in Arkham.
Oh, you're talking about video games.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought you were talking about like a specific like run of comics. called Origin Games.
Oh, TM register trademark.
Origin game sounds like a dope fucking origin story for someone. Like they
Like Batman.
yeah.
No one knows his origin.
What do you wager,
Spider-Man.
Mr. Wayne? My parents' lives, he says, and then he loses, and that's his origin right there.
Well, shit. Now we don't need to make it.
Damn, well, we're gonna have to keep vamping then to keep.
Have we settled on a power for this PI?
No, we haven't really settled
No.
on anything. At all.
My spitball idea is, what if he somehow is able to accidentally duplicate things he finds? So in this case, he found $70 and he duplicated it to $43,000.
And then he just claimed he found it in the footstool, or what?
I guess it would really make inflation go out of
It
control.
doesn't sound
but
very heroic.
No, it doesn't.
Is there something with the footstool that he gets special? Something
It merges
some
to his
powers?
feet, so now he's got a footstool for feet, and he has to hop around.
What if he's a
What
PI?
would you say are the world's in history's most famous feat? Do you suppose?
I
This
mean,
is
there's
going down
Marie
the path.
I mean, there's Bigfoot.
That's okay.
Uma Thurman's.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, why Uma Thurman? Was there something in Pulp
Quentin
Fiction I don't
Tarantino.
remember?
Yeah,
Real creep about her
Tarantino.
feet.
Carl got it.
I got you.
Wait, what? Is
Tarantino
Quentin
has a
Tarantino a
foot
weird
fetish.
foot guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Watch a single Tarantino movie now and not find a
just
weird
keep
shot
that in
of feet.
mind. That explains why they had like Hitler's feet just out.
Yeah.
And-
Would you say John McClane has famous feet?
He does.
Yeah, but like, I guess he could. Yeah.
He's got those. Oh my God, Hobbit feet.
Oh, yeah.
Those are some pretty famous feet.
Well, I just did the footstool give some sort of foot, maybe access to history's greatest feat and the powers that come with them.
Okay. So then,
Fred Flintstone, another famous set of feet because
Can
he was
just-
always driving home.
and
But-
like, so then he can just slide and just they're impervious to friction and heat.
yeah, exactly.
So he can like switch out feet to like maybe he has access to big feet, so then he can stomp around like Bigfoot. And
Exactly. Maybe he can carry. He carries a couple shoe boxes on his back, and that's how he can sort of slip into a new pair of feet.
then how big is Shaquille O'Neal's feet?
He's like a size 20 something.
23, I bet.
And how big is Muggsy Bogues?
Or like 9. I don't know.
Bringing
Is he
Muggsy
gonna
back
run
in.
between Shaq's legs
Yeah. What if he needs little feet and then so
from
Hey.
Land Before Time?
Land Before Time? Yeah. So I like that idea.
Oh, it's
Nate.
22.
He's 20.
Shaq's
Okay,
feet size.
I'm worried here, Drew. You almost sound like there's a butt coming, and
It's just
I
like
don't know, I
what?
can
How do
take
we
that
utilize
emotionally.
that? Paint me a picture. Say, okay, there's a hostage situation on top of a skyscraper, and they're like, yeah. So there's people in danger, and how does he's on the bottom, he's looking up and seeing it. How does he use his feet switching powers to like break this up?
Who's someone who could run up walls?
Spider-Man.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
The Roadrunner's feet. I feel like the Roadrunner has to have at some point run up and over a building.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or at least like a
Flash.
cliff.
Can the Flash run up sheer surfaces?
I'm pretty
Tanner?
sure he can.
Are you being sincere with that question, or are you trolling me?
No, I think he's being sincere.
Yeah, he can.
Sounds pretty dumb.
Well, if he was
Yeah, and
half as
what I heard is that
fucking-
Superman could do it, but faster.
Exactly.
Superman can fly. He doesn't need to run up shit.
I think
Yeah, I guess you're right. He is
I'm
he
gonna
is a better hero
beat
than
your
the
dick
Flash.
off, Nate. I knew that was coming.
In the very first Superman comics, I don't think he could actually fly. He was just like jumping everywhere.
Yeah, you could leap a building in a single bound.
Yeah. And then they eventually they were just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just have him fly. Whatever.
Yeah.
No, I think Superman gets up every day and he just crouches real down low on the ground and just does one big jump, and that jump is enough to sustain him flight for a whole day.
So,
he probably could.
in a day, he is constantly, you see him jumping his whole day.
Yeah. If you see him flying, no, it's a jump.
Even when he's
He
on the
just-
ground, he's still jumping. He's just like micromillimeters above the ground.
He's just falling with style, you guys. Toy Story?
Yeah. Oh, that's a famous foot right there. He like switches out and he looks on the bottom of his feet. It says Andy.
And it says Andy.
Oh no!
So, what is that? How he gets up to the top of the building
He just runs up there super fast.
with an Andy foot?
Why would that?
I don't know.
Because he's maybe the guy who's taking the hostage. Like that's what he needs. It's like Martha when Superman's fighting Batman. It's like he needs to hear Andy right in that moment.
Lifts up his foot and it says Andy on his foot too.
Oh my God, you're right. I forgot.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be in the Lego Superman movie.
Just psychologically torturing the dude.
And he like puts the gun down. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." What would Andy want? Says our hero. And he's like,
And then
"Not
he jumps
this.
off the building.
Not this." Oh, okay. I like that he can run up there. He can. Is there any like famous feet that are like springs or like can jump? Big jumps.
I mean,
Well, Superman's feet. But.
Oh yeah.
like,
So
NBA
really, this
players
guy can
jump
switch out
pretty
between
good.
normal feet and Superman's feet. Because Superman can do everything, and he's far better than.
Who's ignoring you? We can't have him with Superman's feet. That'd be too overpowered.
It's true. It's true. I think a Flash's feet are also got to be off limits.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, we've been using like fictional characters, but I mean, we kind of have to if there's going to be anything super powered about them.
Oh, can I take a quick aside to speculate about why this he got these foot powers from this footstool?
Yeah.
Please,
The
yeah.
origins.
Well, I'm wondering. I mean, I can't remember if this is like legit real or apocryphal, but I believe that the measurement the foot is based on the foot of Charlemagne,
Oh,
and so maybe this was Charlemagne's footstool.
so he got Charlemagne's foot.
Ooh.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe they interned Charlemagne's foot in there forever. I can't tell you what's inside there, aside from, I guess, $43,000, which I guess we'll have to explain.
And Charlemagne's foot can historically call upon other people's feet to like use for powers.
Yeah, I mean, it's the original. It's the OG foot.
Oh, so it's like this is the Mew of feet.
Yeah, it is the Mew of feet.
Oh, like Mew from Pokemon.
What did you think?
I thought you were saying Mewafee, and I'm like, what's Mewafee?
I thought he was saying mule.
That makes about as much sense too. Yeah, so all feet are clones of this foot from its DNA.
Huh.
You sounded like I said something deep, and I definitely did.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Oh man, Hit
I mean,
blunt.
really the only like really the only foot that like isn't like comic book or like that, but like isn't quite real is like Bigfoot. And I don't.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
You're saying Bigfoot isn't real?
Yeah. Well, we could do Shaq feet. Shaq, very good.
You do
Usain-
animal feet, like bare feet, bare paws.
Okay.
Kick
So
with
then
those,
he can
that'll
like.
take you out.
What if he's good at fighting with his feet? So then, like, if he does switch to the feet, he can like switch over to the and like claw you. It's like who's the Marvel guy?
Footman.
Don't know.
Foot, the Iron Foot.
Batroc.
Shafoot.
He's the guy that was in the Winter Soldier, and he was the he was the kickboxer.
Oh, the MMA guy.
Yeah, that guy, and he was just like super good at kicking. So like maybe that's this guy's fighting style.
Yeah, I think so.
Great at kicking, good kicks.
I don't know this reference at all.
Oh, he could do like a famous mountain climber's feat. So he's real good at climbing with his feet.
And
There's
you
a dude
already
from
mentioned.
Free Solo.
Wait, what?
The dude from Free Solo that like mountain climbs without any equipment.
Han Solo? What?
No, free. It's a documentary called Free Solo. When you climb a mountain but you don't have any restraints or any equipment to protect you, it's called free soloing.
Oh, so that guy
Yeah, he takes his feet to climb things.
takes his feet. I mean, who's to say Usain Bolt's His speed isn't tied up in his feet, so maybe he can use Usain's power there. So there's the speed.
Mm-hmm.
What else can feet do?
Help you balance. He could get some person who's really good at balancing his feet.
Some famous tightroper. Wasn't there someone who walked across the 2 World Trade Center buildings?
Yes. That's in the Robert Zemeckis film.
Yes.
Man on Wire?
That sounds right.
Is that a French guy?
Yes, that guy.
Okay, so yeah, Nate, this is a good idea. There's lots of feet.
There's so many feet out there, and they're doing some real good work.
His name is Philippe Petit.
Okay. So wait, I don't. Did we ever decide? Well, how would be the best way to diffuse the situation up on top of the skyscraper?
I thought he was going to show him his foot.
Oh, the ant. Okay.
Or you
Sorry.
could get big like gorilla feet that like are good for holding on stuff, and it could just climb up there with those bad boys.
He just like crunches into the side of
That
the.
makes more sense than the free solo guy.
Or the Andy guy.
Well, no, the Andy one
the
I
Andy
stand
one was
by.
perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Trying to think what's another situation. There's someone who is being held hostage, except they're on a boat in the middle of the water.
Duck feet.
Little tiny duck feet.
If
What
he
about
has-
those like running lizards? Maybe those feet. Those they can run across the surface of water.
Can you have rabbit feet and be very lucky?
Oh, I bet. That's
Maybe
how we
that's-
found the money.
That's how I found the money.
All right. Anything else we should talk about before we kind of move on?
So is he just solving crime of any kind, but just with his feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm good with that. I was just making sure we didn't want to.
Yeah.
What's the?
Dive
Isn't there a
any
name
further.
for a detective that incorporates foot?
Foot crime.
Thought
What
there
was the question?
Oh, a gumshoe. I'm thinking of a gumshoe.
Gumshoe.
Foot.
Foot
You
gum
know,
foot.
if there's a detective foot.
Okay.
Sorry, Drew.
I'm just trying to like generate ideas here, but
Sorry, gumshoe.
Gumshoe is the word you're looking for.
yeah.
Did you guys play the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games at all?
No, I played the
No.
Carmen San Diego games.
Okay. Because now I can't stop picturing Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Is that a real name?
Oh, I'll get it to you.
What do they do when the gorillas escape from the zoo? How do they use their foot powers?
Kangaroo feet to jump real high.
Oh, I tricked you. This gorilla gets really mad at the smell of kangaroos.
Oh shit!
Damn it.
Caught me right in your trap.
Yeah. So what you've done here, it's now a D&D campaign. The gorilla gets really mad and is further rampaging. And also it's grown very big and is climbing the Empire State Building now.
Well, I've used my turn, Nate.
What?
I cast blinding light.
There you go.
Blinding feet.
What about
Just use spells and add feet at the end of them.
the bananas and pajamas? They take their feet, so the gorillas follow the scent of the bananas.
Oh, you solved my gorilla puzzle. That's it. That was the perfect answer. You couldn't have done. That was a nat 20 right
Nat
there.
20.
Cool. Should we move on to costume? I mean,
Yeah.
he's always barefoot, right?
Yeah, but he has
because otherwise you're just gonna ruin those shoes.
a sling on his back full of like shoe boxes, but they're actually holding feet. Nate threw that aesthetic out. Or it could be a bandolier of shoe boxes.
So is it kind
Oh, the Return of the Bandolier.
Bandoliers.
of footdelier? Is it like literally feet in there that whenever he switches feet, they like temporarily disappear from that box and go onto his feet?
Yes. If the cops like interrogate him and open the boxes, they just find a bunch of severed feet.
Yeah. It's kind of a weird mythical. Like, I imagine this guy looks like the mask salesman from like Legend of Zelda.
Oh, that's a good aesthetic.
And he's like, except instead of masks, it's just feet dangling there, feet on top.
Necklace with feet on them.
Gross. Quentin Tarantino's for sure gonna make a movie about this guy.
This is his fantasy.
People kind of run away from this guy. They don't want anything to do with him.
Yeah, they only go to him if they're very desperate to get something found.
Okay. Comic book cover.
Black and white noir.
That's a good look. That's a good look.
You just see a silhouette through a frosted glass door, but there's a symbol of a pair of feet on it.
So it's like vaguely him. We're led to believe it's him in there.
Yeah.
Sitting at a desk. And
His logo
on his
just the
back,
pair
there's
of
this
feet.
huge bulk of whatever. We don't know quite what it is. And then, yeah, it says Detective whatever we name him. Mm-hmm. Okay. And there's, maybe just for added effect, there's like footprints leading out in front of the door, like leading away or something. I don't know.
As long as they're 6 feet apart.
Maybe there's a foot and it goes up onto the glass and then like goes down. It's like Titanic.
Like someone walked on the door.
Could be. I was thinking more like Titanic.
Well, there's a foot on the door in the Titanic.
No, like when the hand. Never mind. It's fine. In the car.
Oh, that's dirty.
It's dirty. That's a good look. I like that. Good job, Carl.
Thank
and
you.
now, name.
Nate?
You want to name him Nate?
No, I'm whenever I can't think of something, I just throw it over to Nate.
Yeah, the name is Dick Gumshoe. No, hold on. This guy you talked about earlier.
Detective Gumfoot.
Detective Footshoe.
Detective Footmouth.
Foot-tective.
The Foot-tective.
Time for bring back the hybrid. Someone think of something that happened to do
Oh
with
God,
feet.
we haven't done that in forever. I mean, I kind of like the detective
Yeah,
title.
that's part of it. That's established.
All right, Nate, you think of a foot word, and Tanner, you think of a foot word.
So we're all thinking of feet words.
2 foot words.
You think of foot, and
I'll think of one
foot.
too. Carl, think of a foot
Do
word.
you want me to think of a detective?
No, a foot word.
No, okay.
Foot.
Another foot. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not
3,
ready yet.
2, 1.
What?
Foot.
Foot.
Ankle braces.
All right, so we got foot, ankle braces, and Carl didn't answer.
Pedal. I said pedal.
Okay, I think it's Detective Foot ankle braces.
Oh, bursitis.
No.
Charcot foot. This condition most often occurs as a complication of long-term diabetes. Oh, that's sad.
What if he's just called the
Clawto.
footprint? I feel like that's a horrible disease.
Ooh, it is. I need to stop
Yeah.
reading these before I read the description.
Yeah, don't do that.
Drew, did you bring up the question before?
I did bring up the question, yeah.
How about the exclamation?
It kind of gets away from the foot theme.
Yes, it
we've
does.
got.
The foot'clamation.
Okay.
Foot odor.
Foot'clamation.
Mr.
Foot'clamation
Men-
makes me sick and makes me want to vomit. It's just a dirty word.
Gout. That's the term.
No, we're not gonna. No. Paul Bunyan's.
Athlete's foot.
His real life name is Paul Bunyan's. Okay, you got it, Drew.
I mean, we could literally, if it's like the question, we could call him the footprint or something like that.
Ooh.
Oh, that's actually a good one.
But
Paul Bunyan's,
of course, his name is
AKA
Paul
the Footprint.
Bunyan's.
Because he leaves his footprint. It's his calling card. At all his murders, he leaves his footprint.
They can't trace him though. Because damn it, this is Charlemagne's footprint. Last week it was...
What is Charlemagne the God doing killing people?
Get back to the breakfast.
He's
Club,
a
Charlemagne.
hero, though, Tanner.
What?
He's a hero. He's not
Oh
killing
yeah,
anyone.
don't have a hero do that. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, the footprint. Real name,
I
Paul
like
Bunyan's.
the footprint.
Yeah.
Real
I do
name Paul
too.
Bunyan's.
Paul Bunyan's.
AKA the footprint.
Maybe his backstory is he had really bad bunions, and now that he's got these superpowers, he's cured. Just a little bit of lore.
Yeah, now he can finally run down the street.
When he was born and they tried to put ink on his feet to put on his birth certificate, it didn't match his feet for very long.
Because of the bunions?
Sure. I was just going to say because his feet changed.
I feel like didn't he not find the foot until he was an adult?
Yeah, you're old enough to go and purchase something from a thrift store.
For $70.
Yeah, and that maybe a year ago was when I finally was able to afford some for $70.
I like
cut
how
that
we ditched the 43,000. Maybe the 43,000 was used to create his foot cave.
Well, Carl said that he had Lucky Rabbit's feet, and maybe that was just his story. Oh shit, I can't explain how I got $43,000. I'll just say I found it in that ottoman I bought.
And then he uses that money to rent the corner office in a building in downtown New York or Chicago.
Yeah.
Alias detective agency.
All right. I think we've done it.
Did we do it?
I think so.
Got it in one.
Yeah. Tanner, please.
Yeah, sure.
Please do that, please.
This will conclude issue 159 of Headline Heroes. This week we created Detective Paul Bunyan's, aka the Footprint, who can use different feet to do things and is good at it. At this time, as always, we'd like to thank Brett Jacobson for creating the art for our show. Brett loves feet. Send him pictures of your feet, please.
Already done. I was ahead of you on that one.
Yeah.
We also want to thank the one, the only Carl Sorensen. So, Carl, thanks for making the
you're
music
welcome.
for our podcast.
Yeah, man.
And helping with all the post-production of the audio. I was telling people that if they're interested in working with you on any sort of musical project, they could reach out to you at carljsorensen.com. Is that still the case?
That is correct.
All right.
And it can be... Sorry to interrupt you.
No,
but
no,
It
no.
can be even pretty small projects. I think Nate's wife has even asked me to, edit just music tracks. I don't want this verse in here. I want it shorter. I can do that pretty easy.
I've seen him do it. He's a madman.
It's like magic.
You made me
don't-
watch.
Don't talk to me while I'm in the zone.
Oh, and until you've had your coffee.
Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee.
And of course, we are part of the PodFix Network, an artist, as they put it, artist-owned and loved network. It's a collection of great podcasts that if you like our podcast, you probably find something else in this network that'll do it for you as well. If you want to learn more about what those shows are and find links to their social media, you can go to podfixnetwork.com. There you'll find links to their Facebook, Twitter, and links to all of the shows on the network.
If you come across any articles, Carl, you've seen our list now, and you're seeing the lack of your name. So I think we're kind of taking our gloves off and throwing them at you. I think that's how that works.
Yep,
think
we're challenging him to a duel.
Yeah.
This can be arranged.
It's in your ring now,
Curtis, thanks for holding on to the throne for me, buddy, but you missed the king, so here I come.
Wait, Carl, what's that behind you? Carl!
Oh, no!
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
It's kind of eerie. Oh my god,
Curtis!
Why? Okay, well, while anyone else can get in on this, and I guess I don't see why anyone would want to, because apparently it's drawn first blood.
It's cutthroat.
Yeah, if anyone else wants to send us an article, we would really appreciate it. You can send them to our email, headlineheroescast@gmail.com. We have our Facebook group. We have our Twitter @headline_heroes. And we have our subreddit r-headline heroes. If you want to call in, leave a voicemail, we can play it on the show. The number is 319-596-6766. So give us a call. Whatever you're listening to us on, be it iTunes, Google Play, or any other podcast app. If you could give us a rating, give us a review, tell us what you think. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend about us, and finally, thank you for listening, and we hope you'll pick up the next issue of Headline Heroes.